Hey, it's party time, Mom. Welcome to a Monday episode of brand new Chad Prather Show. Going to get into it today. We're here in the Mothership Studio 22, the Puppet Master Mark Candice, the Queen of the Ethiopians, driving us into the nether regions of all things Donald Trump reappearance, reemergence, what are you going to call it? It's going to be exciting. Going to talk about it. Lisa Page. Lisa Page made me do it.
It was so good to hear from him.
He looked good. He looked good. He was like an hour and a half late.
Yeah, man, he knows. People didn't care. I liked hearing from Trump. It was nice.
Have you ever been to CPAC?
No.
I love it.
You went last year. Did you go last year?
I go every year. Didn't go this year, though.
No one here. I don't think a couple people.
I just couldn't do the mask mafia thing.
No.
You know, I couldn't go out there and be forced to wear a mask around all those people. I wasn't going to do it.
Didn't Instagrammer Benny Johnson got kicked out of it?
Well, no, it was
or DC Drano.
DC Drano.
Yeah.
So Rogan O'Hanley.
Yep.
And also Austin Fletcher, Fleckus Talks. They're doing hard time now. They got kicked out. And I mean, all Rogan did was take his mask down to take a picture with a fan.
So bad.
And they went crazy. And so wrote him a citation and the whole thing. It's pretty bad. We'll get into a lot of that stuff. But Party Foul Steve's over there. You feel good. You just sound like garbage.
I know. I woke up, everything stopped up.
Yeah. Not everybody can be like me. Feel good, look good, sound good. It's amazing.
I just sound a little off today.
I just got a little something going on in my sinuses.
Lisa Page.
My sinuses have been crazy, though. My allergies been going crazy ever since Snowmageddon.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine
Snowmageddon.
Too. Well, I think it was ahead of this big rain that kind of we had, come in the last 2 days. And
well, now and everything's
pushed in, and it was just like I woke up, eyes were kind of swollen shut and puffy, and I mean, I drank yesterday, but I didn't drink that much.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah.
Sure.
I saw some pictures of him, some Sunday Fun Day pictures. I was like, oh, he's on the sauce.
No, I only drank beer yesterday, maybe 10 shots.
Maybe 10.
I can't wear boots. Can't get boots on my foot because my gout.
What?
Yeah, it's gout in my ankle. It's crazy.
Jeez.
Keeps on
what's
going.
wrong with you two?
We're falling apart.
Dang.
And we're old.
We're falling apart. But at least I'm walking without the walker. It's just good. It's a good weekend. This is going to be a great week. It's going to be a fantastic week. And I am so proud of everybody who got our cloud-covered shirt, talking about Snowmageddon, our Snowvid 21 shirts, the proceeds of which, so much of that's being able to go to charity, Cloud-Covered Streets. Cloud-Covered Streets is a great organization. They're based out of Arizona. They have these mobile units, these trailers that they pull out, and they have showers and laundry, and they have haircut stations. And so the homeless folks can come in there, they get them cleaned up, then they help them find jobs.
So awesome.
And in most cases, they actually employ a lot of homeless people. They do some really good stuff. So they're cleaning up the streets or getting folks gainfully employed. And I grew familiar with them a few weeks ago, and then the Snowmageddon hit. And we were able to sell some T-shirts, and we're going to have a whole new mobile unit for the Fort Worth area. And we're going to keep on going. We're going to keep getting them in all these cities.
That's so great.
Everywhere.
And all those shirts have started shipping out today.
Yeah, finally got them off the press. There was a lot of shirts that got printed. So
it was.
If you ordered one of those, it's on the way.
That turnaround was pretty quick because you only posted that not very long ago.
Well, we posted
shirts.
it on. So the snow stuff started hitting on that Sunday. We were posting it on that Monday.
Yeah.
And this is 2 weeks now.
2 weeks today. Yeah.
So with all things considered, of being able to get the shirts in, the blanks, because we had to get it shipped to us before we could print them.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that went on, and a lot was hindered that first week because of the snow. But
everything was delayed. Post office, UPS, all that kind of stuff got delayed, and then it all seemed like they caught up.
Yeah.
And
everything came in at once.
Everything came in at once.
Right.
And it's like from Amazon. Amazon was like boom, 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 but everything said it was going to be 2 or 3 days from now, and then it shows up 2 or 3 days early.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been rocking and rolling. I mean, it's good to do good things for people. Mm-hmm. People are like, well, why do you do these things? I got these homeless people. They live 500 feet from my house, and they're pooping on the streets and doing drugs. Well, you don't need to be living 500 feet from a. I mean, do something about it yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that can be done. Let's not forget the dignity of human beings, right? And regardless of their lot in life and their place and whatever's going on. And not everybody that's homeless is mentally ill. Not everybody that's homeless is on drugs. Not everybody out there is. Some people fall on some hard times. And, I mean, you were virtually homeless for a little while.
I'm living on the cusp.
Yeah, after that 14,000 square foot
Can you start a
house you live
GoFundMe
in.
for me, please? My house is getting torn up right now, so that's why
I mean, I spent a couple of nights in my truck a time or two. But
Me too, man.
it was like,
Me too.
I don't even have a car to live in, you guys.
Back in the day when I was traveling the streets and going up and down the road, doing all the work and stuff, and I was too broke to get hotels. I just sleep in the car, sleep in the truck. It was good stuff. Speaking of trucks, I have a beautiful truck, and I love my truck.
It would take me, I need like a stepladder to get into your
It's a
truck.
big truck.
It's very tall.
Big truck. It's an overcompensating truck. Yeah.
It's not short person friendly.
I was going to say, are you compensating for something?
I am compensating for my mediocre maleness, Caucasian maleness. But let me tell you something. If you love your truck, you need to talk to the folks over at Road Armor, our good friends. Road Armor offers American-made bumpers that are built on quality, protection, and style. Road Armor is the originator of the smooth steel bumpers. They started in 2000, and not all replacement bumpers are created equal. I want to encourage you to experience the difference that Road Armor has. It's the Road Armor difference. There's no substitute for a Road Armor bumper, 100% made in the USA. Texas strong. All products are backed by their lifetime guarantee. They pride themselves on building bumpers to the highest quality, style, and protection that are suited to various lifestyles, interests. They're tough, and they are beautiful on your truck. Road Armor's meticulous attention to detail, advanced manufacturing technology, and the highest grade steel provide a technically superior product using the highest quality materials. Their mission is to produce products that are irreplaceable as a piece of equipment that protects what matters most inside and outside of your vehicle. They proudly support, hire, and mentor first responders and veterans of every caste. And by purchasing Road Armor products, you're not only buying a product focused on style and protection, but also helping to support truly life-changing organizations, such as our friends at American Valor Foundation. They're passionate about giving back to our first responders and veteran communities, and do so through charitable donations, event integration, and giveaways on behalf of the organization. Go to roadarmor.com. Use promo code BLAZE50. They're going to save you 50% off your first purchase. RoadArmor.com, promo code BLAZE50. Be right back. Your husband, I was on his show the other day.
Were you?
And he was grilling me.
Really?
About our relationship. And
What?
I was like, listen, Stu, let me tell you. No, he was asking a lot of questions about, every time I see him, he's like, so how's Lisa doing on the show? I'm like, Lisa does great on the show. She does great on the show. And we got to talking about your, just the politics and stuff like that. I said, she chimes in. I said, but when I mentioned Britney Spears. So I finally watched the Britney Spears documentary.
And?
I don't know who the whole thing is a crapshoot in my opinion. I don't know what to believe on the whole deal. I would have loved in that documentary to have been able to hear actually from some of them.
Yeah.
Like her dad, Jamie Spears, because she's obviously not 100% there.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you just watch it. I mean, unless she's really putting on an act about being crazy.
No, she's definitely not there. And
so do you agree with the conservatorship or not?
No, I think that the dad's got to get out of there.
They all got to get out of the way. If she wants to blow all of her money, let her blow all of her money.
Right, yeah.
It's her money.
Yeah. And you notice how they had her brother on. Yeah. But I think that interview was done a long time ago. And I think that interview was done way before all of the most recent stuff that's come out. On her, and all we see is what she posts on Instagram, and it is just the most bizarre.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Which all I say is, don't let your child become a child star.
Yeah.
Period. Just don't let her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that girl, golly, man, you talk about. I've always said people are not built for fame.
Mm-mm.
They're not built for fame.
Mm-mm.
You're not supposed to have that many eyeballs and scrutiny on you all the time. And that paparazzi stuff that's just constantly just click, 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 click right in your face. Yeah. I mean, anybody would go crazy with that stuff.
Well, yeah, especially when you're a minor. Justin Bieber's got a song out too. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like reflecting back on his childhood, his career when he was 15. I remember interviewing him when he was 15, and 100 people around him, the manager, Scooter Braun, all of the record reps, all of it, and just would not let us ask him anything other than the standard, typical boring stuff. But imagine being managed like that all the time, 24/7 when you're 14, 15, you have all this money.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'm looking at like Britney, she's crying in these interviews and stuff like that. I'm like, well, you could have moved back to Mississippi.
Yeah, you could have went back to Kentwood, Louisiana.
So that's the deal. I mean, they get into this lifestyle. They make all this money. They get all this fame. Then they're like, oh, God, my life's falling apart. No, just cash out and go home.
Right.
But there's a part of them, I think, it drives them. Like, you can't get enough. It's an insatiable drug.
Yeah, they love the attention, the fame, the money, all of that.
Weird. It's weird. I encourage people to watch it just as a cautionary tale.
And on another note on the documentaries, I just need you need to watch Fake Fame too.
Okay.
That's another
my
one.
life.
I was going to say that's me too.
That's my life right there.
Yeah, you guys need to watch it. It's on, I think, HBO Max. We watched it a couple weeks ago, and it's an experiment because you love experiments, and they take 3 random people that don't have a lot of followers on Instagram, and they make them famous, and they set them up in these glamorous pictures, but it's really like one of the girls in it has her head's in like just a baby pool with rose petals everywhere, but it looks like the picture they took. She's at this very expensive spa, and all of a sudden you see how these 3 people, what happens with their audience and the people that follow them, and all these brands start following one of them. One guy, I don't want to give it all away, but it is very eye-opening to see how some of these top influencers on Instagram, like, are they legit or is this just fake?
Well, speaking of social media influencers, the George Floyd trial is coming up, right? So what they've done in Minneapolis, the George Floyd, of course, Derek Chauvin, who everybody remembers from this past summer, the George Floyd situation, and they're paying 6 different social media influencers $2,000 a day, or $2,000 each, to relay approved information about the trial. So rather than, because they're saying, well, people aren't following the media, they're not following the news, so we're going to hire social media influencers to talk about the trial so people can get their information about. I mean, what in the hell could go wrong, right?
So just hang some money in front of them.
Yeah, and let's get social media influencers to talk about what matters to them,
right,
with the trial, not reporting the trial,
right.
Let's just talk about what matters to me,
How pathetic is it, though, that now you've got to turn to these influencers that know nothing about it, but they're only doing it based on the amount of money they're getting, and you're going to follow them and
that's like, in war, they fly over cities and drop pamphlets. This is just the technology that they're able to put that message
Well,
out
I can
there
tell you
what
this. Minneapolis, the courthouse there, where they're going to do that trial, they have turned that thing into a fortress. It starts March 8th. Concrete barrier, security fencing, barbed wire, beefed up security presence, including National Guard. Gonna get interesting in Minneapolis, folks. Hurricane's coming.
I would not want to be in that city.
Okay, they find him guilty. Are they still going to burn the city down?
Yes. I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah, I bet you those riots are gonna start firing up again.
No matter what, they're gonna burn it down, Candice. They're going to burn it down to the ground.
Burn it to the ground.
Now,
Take it to the ground.
That's just a prediction. You're not inciting people to burn it down, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's just
I'm telling you, they're gonna.
They're
gonna. I hope they don't. Don't do it. Trump said that he had ordered National Guard presence, like 10,000, to secure the Capitol. And Pelosi turned it down. Pelosi said no. She nixed it on January 6th. So was that true? I don't know. I like old Trumpy Trump. Trump was at CPAC. He emerged like a groundhog, came out and kind of gave us a prediction of the future, said he's not starting a third party, hinted about running again in 2024. A lot of interesting speculation going around out there with the things he said. Do you miss me yet?
This country's become a disaster the last 6 weeks.
Let's play clip number 1, Marcus. Maybe.
There
Look at Trump.
Is.
He's handsome.
There he is.
I want you to know that I'm going to continue to fight right by your side. We will do what we've done right from the beginning, which is to win. We're not starting new parties. They kept saying, he's going to start a brand new party. We have the Republican Party. It's going to unite and be stronger than ever before. I am not starting a new party. That was fake news. Fake news. No. Wouldn't that be brilliant? Let's start a new party and let's divide our vote so that you can never win. No, we're not interested in that.
I miss that guy right there.
I miss him so
I
much.
miss Donnie T.
I think it would have been cool if he'd have showed up wearing like a buffalo horns and a cape and, you know.
I'm back.
I'm thinking. Oh my gosh. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and jump into play clip 2, Mark.
His campaign was all lies, talked about energy. I said, this guy actually, he's okay with energy. He wasn't okay with energy. He wants to put you all out of business. He's not okay with energy. He wants windmills, the windmills that don't work when you need them. Joe Biden has had the most disastrous first month of any president in modern history. That's true. Already the Biden administration has proven that they are anti-jobs, anti-family, anti-borders, anti-energy, anti-women, and anti-science. In just one short month, we have gone from America first to America last.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's the worst in history. I love him.
I love it.
I get such a kick out of people who speak in extremes. Like it is the biggest, it's the greatest, it's the craziest, it's the the worst. Anyway, and that's Trump, right? But then when you listen to Joe Biden, I mean Trump is able to come out there and give over an hour-long speech. It's clear, it's concise, It's Trump. It's on point. He gets the base fired up. He rallies the troops in there. He says what everybody wants. It's a little bit of Trump mixed in with a little bit of policy. He kind of tells you what you're wanting to know. He answers a lot of questions that are already milling around in people's minds. But then when we had Snowmageddon here in Texas and Joe Biden comes down and starts to talk about the people who are here that represent this state, this is what you get. Play close attention to this clip.
He was getting on a plane. He told me he came in to see me last event. And Representatives Shirley Jackson Lee, Al Green, Sylvia Garcia, Lizzie Pinelli, Pinell, and what am I doing here? I'm going to lose track here. And
what am I doing
Mayor
here?
Turner.
What
Joe
are you doing
Fidalgo.
here? That's what we want to know. How the hell did you get to be president?
It's amazing.
I was getting ready for him to say, "Where am I?"
Yeah. What am I
That
doing
probably
here?
was going to come out of his mouth eventually too.
And I don't know who the hell Shirley Jackson
Who's
Lee is.
Penelope? What's the name?
I mean, Joe, you got the names right on a piece of paper.
Joe,
Look
you don't
at
even
the
know
piece
these
of paper.
people.
No, it's Sheila Jackson Lee, Joe. It's not Shirley.
Shirley Temple, maybe from back in the day. That's what you're thinking.
Shirley. Oh my gosh.
It's painful to watch him, and it really is very unfortunate. It's cruel.
I'm
What his
I'm gonna go.
wiping his eye.
yeah,
I need some Kleenex.
Yeah, getting his eye boogers out.
Yeah, right. He
Funny.
just woke up from a nap.
I know, and that's where we're at, folks. I mean, this is America. This is America. That's the leader of the free world,
And
right
he's
there.
2 months in. We still have over 3 years left with this guy.
And if anything, the leaders of our country, leaders of our government, need to be able to speak.
Yeah. And the other day, he gets on there after having a call with Justin Trudeau. He doesn't go to these countries.
No.
They don't go to these countries anymore. Now, you could set it up with a Zoom call. See, I am thoroughly convinced, the further I go and I look back on all of this stuff, everything with the pandemic, the scamdemic, the COVID deal, the plandemic, it was planned out so that you had to turn the world into one big universal Zoom call. That way you could bring in Joe Biden. Come on, you can't tell me of all of the people running for president on the Democratic Party, all of those people, what was there, like 20,000? And then you had Joe Biden. You knew he was their guy. He was the guy. They knew they had to create a scenario whereby they could keep him out of public. He didn't have to go anywhere. He didn't have to travel anywhere. But he's on a Zoom call the other day with Justin Trudeau. And afterwards, he's like, there's no greater and closer ally to America than Canada. What? I mean, I understand if you're talking in proximity.
Right, yeah.
But
the Canadian people, not too happy with you, Joe.
Bruh.
You just put, like 60,000 people out of jobs, bruh.
No greater ally than Canada. I'm going to go with I'll take Great Britain for 2,000, Alex. I mean, where's Israel in that conversation? And if it took him a month, took him over a month to ever have a phone call with Bibi Netanyahu.
Well, he didn't know how to work the phone. What's this, an iPhone? What is this? Get me a rotary. Get Joe a rotary.
I mean, this is the kind of crap we're putting up with.
And this is a joke.
Yeah. But CPAC was successful. Old Ron DeSantis came in there and burned it down, and Ted Cruz did a great job. And several folks.
Tim Cotton. He's my new man.
Yeah, you like that?
I really loved what he said on Friday. I was like, who's this guy? Okay.
Tom Cotton or Tim Cotton?
Tom. What's his name?
Tom Cotton.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But it was good. I missed it this year.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it.
No, I'm with you. I wouldn't have gone either. No, especially now we know how enforced those masks were.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
And they're catching Hyatt's catching all this crap for hosting it, and everybody wants to cancel culture Hyatt and blah 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 blah. Hey, I got some great news to share about our friends at Patriot Mobile. They just expanded their coverage, which is huge. Dramatic change, which is going to make it easier for more Americans to dump the big name carriers and change over to Patriot Mobile. Listen, the big carriers like Verizon and AT&T, they charge too much, and then they donate the money you pay them to leftist causes. And that's the beauty of partnering with Patriot Mobile here, the Chad Prather Show, because they're never going to send a penny to the left. They're not going to silence you. They're not going to engage in cancel culture. They're not going to shut you down. They're the only Christian conservative wireless provider in America. Plus, you can switch with confidence because they use the same network as the large providers, charge a whole lot less. It's easy to switch. Keep your phone number, bring your own phone, or they'll get you a new one. You can build your own bundle with multi-line discounts and save even more. I want you to go to patriotmobile.com/Chad or call their U.S.-based customer service team at 972-PATRIOT, 972-PATRIOT. Veterans, first responders, you're going to save even more. And this month, you're going to get free Premier activation where they're going to set up the phone for you, and they're going to send you a special gift with offer code CHAD. I spell it Chad. PatriotMobile.com/Chad. PatriotMobile.com/Chad or 972-PATRIOT. Call them today. Be right back. Look at Party Foul Steve over there at the pub. Look at Party Foul Steve. Get that thing over. Hey, Natalie! Natalie! Oh, my God!
It's like magic!
It's party time, Mom!
That's
Party
TV
time,
magic
Mom.
right there.
Hashtag stay horned.
Yes.
Hashtag stay horned.
It's just not the same, right?
We
It's
just
not.
snapped, and you were there.
I know. I came in hot.
Coming in
Let's
hot.
pause and reflect the old days and the hot box, which was Studio 22.
I loved it.
You remember those days?
I loved it.
Those are nostalgic. I love the memory of it. I didn't love being there, Mark. I didn't enjoy the memory of it.
This place is always freezing.
It was hot.
So it
yeah,
was hot in there, and
I'd
I'd
rather
rather be
have
hot.
it that way, though.
Yeah, I'd rather be hot.
Yeah.
But you know that time
Well.
Glenn Beck came, the next day the AC was
The
fixed.
AC worked. Glenn came on the
Yeah.
show, and he was like, we got to get you some AC. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Okay.
Glenn.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
Glenn.
snapped his fingers and boom, AC.
Yeah. No, we I love the studios here, and it's good. What was I going to say? Something about Glenn. I'm coming for you, Beck. I will tell everybody, just as a side note, the Ragamuffins, myself, the Texas legend Steve Helm, and Ben McPherson, Bobcat Ben, I've started calling him the stud muffin of the Ragamuffins. He's so pretty on that fiddle. We got a show in Burleson, Texas at Lone Star Cafe this Saturday night. I think the information's at watchchad.com. It's where all the fun stuff is. You can go check it out. We're going to be hanging out. Well, I just found out we're going to be doing Zap Hall down at Round Top, Texas. I don't know if you've ever been to the big antique fair they do. Antique
No,
Week.
I hear about this, though.
Yeah, and they have music every night and stuff like that. We're kicking the whole thing off this year.
Where's Round Top?
It's kind of LaGrange, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. So down there in the middle of nowhere, kind of between Houston and Austin.
Yep.
And we're going to be down there. We got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah, I think
and we got a new single, What Might Have Been, the old Little Texas song that we covered in studios, coming out March 12th.
Oh, that's next week.
It'll be wherever you get your music. So get it. We're pretty proud of it. It's great harmonies in there. Those guys are so talented. I just go in there and just kind of do my thing, and they make me sound good.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
It's super fantastic. It's fantastic. We're not going to start a third party.
Best
We're not
single
gonna do it.
ever made.
I don't know why we would ever do that. I don't know. Not going to do that. Speaking of music, check out these poor kids right here. Play clip 4, Mark. There's the band.
I can't with this.
There's
Come
the
on.
school band right there. They're practicing. They're all in their little green tents right there. It looks like a hydroponics station for marijuana or mushrooms.
They're like upright bed tents.
I mean, these kids are going to die from carbon dioxide poisoning, blowing all that air out.
And recirculating right back into their little bodies.
Yeah, it went from being first chair to first tent. Every kid's got their own little cubicle.
Like little jelly bellies.
Yeah, it's like little pods.
I always grew up, every plastic bag said, may suffocate a
Yeah,
child.
I mean,
They're
and now we're
zipping
putting kids
them
in a
up.
bag.
It's awful.
It's amazing.
It's so awful.
They're like little Christmas trees in the band camp. They just got them all zipped up in there.
Like a
And-
little, sleeping bag situation. I'm surprised they're not making these kids wear the masks while they're blowing their tubas.
Yeah.
There's masks.
Stupid. I don't know, man. The world's gone crazy. And we normalize this.
Yeah.
Last night, I went to dinner and walked into a Fort Worth restaurant, and the girl who was the hostess, she had her head shaved, which is, I don't care, but I mean, whatever, but I'm just kind of painting a picture for you. Had her head shaved, and it was obviously a girl. She's wearing a mask, and she goes, "Do you have a mask?" And I said, "I don't. You can give me one." And, because I have to walk that 10 feet, sit down at the bar, which is going to lower me 2 inches lower than the height I was when I was standing. I can't get COVID then. But she had a little pin on her deal that said, "My pronouns are he, him." And I was like, really? Really? That's where we are. So we've got these masks that are our little religious talisman for our safetyism religion, but now we have to use them as a
Did
little
you
sign
restrain
for our
yourself?
pronouns.
Like, did you restrain yourself or did you engage? You don't usually engage.
It ruined my dinner, is what it did.
Okay.
You just call everybody dude. Hey, dude.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Yeah.
We're getting
Fort
there.
Worth, Texas,
Yeah,
baby.
we're
The
getting
crazy is in the world. It is right there in the world. But just think about how asinine that is. Just the logic behind. You got to walk in a place. Got to put a mask on. You have to walk through the building. You might walk 20 feet. You sit down. Your head is now lower than you were when you were standing by maybe a foot at the most. And you could take the mask off while you're supposedly eating. Was sitting there the other day in a restaurant, and this husband and wife were there, and they would take a bite and put their mask right back on. I mean, like, what do you have to live for that's so important that you got to put a mask on between every sip, between every bite? I mean, and we're normalizing this stuff. Normalizing it. I don't care if you wear a mask. Doesn't matter to me. A mask works in the right place, at the right time, with the right mask. I mean, obviously it does. If
Wear
I'm
two,
if I'm
and you
going
can wear
to
one
sneeze,
for me.
if I'm going to sneeze or
Cough.
cough, like I've been doing for 2 weeks now, then I cover my mouth. Cover my mouth. If I got a mask, that will at least block the spittle
Oh, but
that comes out of my face.
Have you ever sneezed in a mask?
And then smelled it.
Nope.
And these poor kids are in their damn tent pods. You thought the Matrix was make-believe. It's
Right.
not fantasy. No, we're putting kids in pods now.
And these kids that are in the pods don't even know what the hell the Matrix is.
Yeah,
the Matrix
that's why
is.
they're doing the anal swabs to get your butthole conditioned for when they start plugging you into the pod.
Oh, my.
Charging you up with a microchip.
Charging you up. That's where
right.
they're going to plug it right in, right up your butt.
Right there.
And they're going to be like, you know what? This is perfectly normal for these Chinese guys to be shoving a swab up my asshole. This is stupid.
Clench my butt cheeks together.
Yeah, you
It's
clench?
so
Are you
dumb.
over there
I'm
doing
clenching.
kegels?
Yeah.
Do your kegels,
Yeah.
people, because they're coming in your butt.
Kegels and butt cheek clenches.
They're going to be coming for your buttholes.
Hey, Dr. Wang.
Dr.
The
Wang!
title for tonight's show, yes.
Where'd you go, Dr. Wang?
That was a great callback, wasn't it?
It was a great call.
that was-
But
I need to do that bit again
plugs.
sometime.
Yeah.
Where you at, Dr. Wang? I talk about getting a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
And going in there and Dr. Wang, my little Japanese doctor, he's like, he gets lost in my butt. And then I have a blowout after drinking the X-Lax, and I turn around, and it's like, Dr. Wang, where'd you come from?
It's hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah,
This conversation just took a turn.
Just blow Dr. Wang right
Not
out
for
your
the
butt.
better.
I'm just thinking, what did I miss
I
at the
know.
beginning of the
Yeah.
show?
See,
Wasn't
you
on
show
this
up,
show,
and
it
now
was
we're
like
talking
I
about
wanted to
blood
get into
clots
this. We're
now.
not going to have time in this segment. Let me do this before we go, because we got to spend more time. I've said that these first responders out there, law enforcement and EMTs and firefighters and all that. I've added like truckers. I've added our linemen and stuff. A New Jersey plumber drives 25 hours straight with his family to help Texans after the winter storm. Andrew Mitchell and his brother-in-law, plumbing apprentice Isaiah Pinnock. God bless those guys coming down here. And as you know, there's a lot of pipes bursting and stuff like that. These plumbers down here are going to be pulling up in McLarens and Lambos pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
They're
That's
charging.
the
Boy, it's
business,
boom.
man. Yeah.
My neighbor's a plumber, and I'm waiting any moment. He's probably just getting ready to move out of my neighborhood.
Yeah.
We're moving on up.
He's headed up
Supply and demand.
South
Supply and
Lake or
demand.
something. He'll be up in Slake.
That's what makes America great right there, is people that are willing to help others and jump in and go and make a little money along the way. I mean,
That's okay.
Something to be said for that.
Yeah.
You never thought, speaking of your house, some people almost did lose their houses, and some folks probably did. At least it became a nightmare. But there's another way you can lose your home, and COVID's proven that, because since the pandemic hit, cybercrime's been up 75%. And the most serious cybercrime to worry about is home title theft. Cyber criminals, foreign and domestic, here and there, are now after your homes, and it's easier than you'd think for them to get them. The title documents to your homes are online. Thief finds your home's title, forges your signature on a quitclaim deed stating you sold your home to him, and then he takes out loans against your home and leaves you in debt, and you won't know until the late payment and eviction notices start to show up. Insurance doesn't cover you, neither do common identity theft programs. That's why I protect my home with Home Title Lock. The instant Home Title Lock detects anything going on, somebody tampering with your home's title, they will move quick and they will help to shut it down. So I want you to go to HomeTitleLock.com, register your address, see if you're already a victim, then use code RADIO. You'll receive 30 free days of protection. That's code RADIO at HomeTitleLock.com. Go to HomeTitleLock.com. Hang tight. Yeah, wild and crazy stuff. What's going on in South Lake? What's wrong with you people? Well, I can't look at you anymore. You don't live there.
Not you people. It's just
you
her.
live 2 feet from South Lake.
You do. I could throw a stone and it would get to Natalie.
Yeah.
So you actually moved right outside the racist border?
Yeah, I went to the non-racist side.
Yeah, she got out at the right time.
Viral video forced a wealthy Texas suburb to confront racism. This is NBC News.
Shout out to Demi Lovato for just accelerating that.
She sure did.
Taking it to the next level.
That what happened?
Yeah, well, actually, no. It was the school that tagged her. Selena Gomez, Kelly Clarkson, all of these girls that are from our area.
DFW.
They were like, we need some backup, and awful what they've done to these
It was
parents.
all the school, right? The Carroll Independent School District. Home of the Dragon, South Lake Carroll.
Yeah.
The video of Carroll High schoolers shouting the N-word was about to expose the other side of the fast-growing, quickly diversifying community. Yeah, it was a dirty secret.
South Lake's dirty secret.
Yeah, this.
Well, that only happens in South Lake, apparently.
Yeah, no, but nowhere else.
What,
Nowhere
kids doing
else.
stupid shit?
Nowhere
Yes,
else.
kids doing stupid stuff.
Every single school, every single day,
Yeah.
stuff like that
Yeah.
happens, period.
Within days, outraged parents, most of them white, formed a political action committee and began packing school. You can form one of those political action committees quick. Next day, strong opposition. They were wanting to do the diversity program or whatever.
Yeah.
They denounced the diversity plan as Marxist and a leftist indoctrination designed to fix a problem that doesn't exist.
There were mandatory classes about this that the schools like, we don't have time for that, or not the school. The parents were like, we can handle this stuff at home. Let's focus on their education.
We don't need the state to come in and educate our kids.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
being
the
stupid
pushback.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're right. I mean, kids do stupid things. Believe it or not.
I'm surprised all those kids don't go to private school.
I heard a bunch of black kids singing some rap music.
Oh,
this weekend.
No.
And you know what they were shouting? Oh, the N-word.
Oh, of course.
It's funny how that works.
Totally acceptable.
So yeah, kids do stupid things. And there's some stupid music out there.
Can I add to that? I had y'all know I had a personal tragedy. My husband and I lost a very, very, very good friend to a very tragic situation. And on my Instagram, if you go, you'll see a picture of him, and it's from his West Point. It's a West Point picture. Down below, somebody I don't know, it was a black guy that said, and I wish I had it memorized, but it said, "Be at rest, my," and then in all caps, it was Nigger. I don't know if I would get in trouble for saying it, but it said, that's what it said. And then I'm like, and then it had like the pray hands and then hands up or something. And I'm like, I had to go consult one of my awesome friends of color, black girl, to say, is this okay to have on my Instagram? I don't know this person. And then so she saw it. We went to his page. No, that is okay for him to say that because he's sending a shout out. That's like my homeboy, which he didn't know him, but now
my brother,
as a white person on my white girl Instagram, I have to go and ask my friend, do I need to delete this?
Yeah.
Is this okay? I don't know the rules and regulation, just like black people singing the N-word.
School, you would know.
Well, that's true.
You need to take a class in South.
Yeah. Are you microaggressing there, Natalie?
Yeah, we need to implement that. So, because I did not know that was part of the education, but I did go because I want to. This is one of our dearest friends, one of my husband's lifelong friends, and I didn't. Yeah.
Well, when I'm singing my rap songs, I say it because it's in the song.
Here
I'm in the car alone or something.
Well, yeah. When I run, it gets me going. It's a good beat.
Well,
Steve, drop a beat.
there it is.
What can I do, Chad? I mean, we now have to ask permission as to whether or not it's okay to have something on our Instagram.
Because no doubt, if it wasn't okay, you would have been canceled. You would have gotten the heat.
Yep.
But
I found out it's still on my Instagram.
Everybody go to Natalie Woods 22 at Natalie Woods 22 on Instagram. Let's talk about a little cock justice. Little cock justice.
Did he say cock?
Indian man stabbed to death by a rooster after attaching a knife for a legal cockfight. Thangula Satish, 45 years old, was stabbed in the groin last week when the bird he had just armed for the fight fluttered in panic. I don't know if you guys realize, but these roosters can mess you up.
They have razor sharp. They put on.
I mean, they're strong, dude.
On their feet. They have the natural things, but they put the little.
Thangula Satish, he put a 3-inch blade.
Oh, shoot.
What?
Put a 3-inch knife on the cock's foot.
Natalie keeps looking at the screen, waiting to see video of it.
I do. I would like to see that.
I
Just
I don't know
this
if you
one.
guys have ever caught a chicken or they can get a little feisty. These roosters can be pretty strong.
Yeah.
And so obviously what happened was it stabbed him in the groin and cut probably his femoral artery in his thigh there. And you're dead in about 90 seconds with that, if not sooner, depending on the cut. The rooster survived.
What's his name? The guy who died?
Thangula Satish.
Okay.
May they rest in peace. Photos of it tied with a rope and pecking on grains at the police station went viral locally on social media. They put it. They tied it up. They put a rope on the cock and took it to the police station. I don't know if you guys realize, but these cockfights were banned in India in 1960. Two birds with a knife or blade attached. They fight until one or the other dies or flees. They either die or flee. It's still pretty common in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka.
It's like dog fights, but with roosters.
Yeah.
What's that rooster's name? Gallo del Cielo. Is that right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Satish was hit by the rooster's knife.
Well.
Yeah. But they got him. They caught him. They caught that rooster. Telling you, man. Don't ever get stabbed by a cock. I'm telling you, that is a bad way to go. Bad way to go, Lisa.
Is he in jail now, or did you say he was dead? I missed all that.
What?
Sorry. The rooster.
No,
Oh,
the
the
rooster's
rooster's
at
alive.
the police station tied up.
Yeah.
He's in jail.
Yeah, I got
He's
pictures of
evidence
it.
in the evidence room, of course.
In the evidence room, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of other dumb things, as you know, I don't know if you guys have been a part of this, paying attention to this crazy controversy here in the state of Texas, the University of Texas Longhorns. You know, their alma mater, the Eyes of Texas. They play the song. The tune is to the old "I've been working on the railroad." I've been working on the railroad, which I don't know. I'm afraid to sing that because apparently that must be a racist song.
Well, you'll get canceled.
All the livelong day, the eyes of Texas are upon you. And apparently Robert E. Lee once said the phrase, "The eyes of Texas are upon you." The phrase was actually coined by a former president of the University of Texas, a man by the name of William Prather. Thank you very much.
Whoa.
And so none of the articles really talk about, but you have these big donors. They're wanting to get rid of the song. It's a fight song, the alma mater. They want to get rid of the song, and a lot of these big billionaire donors that donate to the athletics program there at Texas are saying, "Over our dead body.
Good.
You ain't changing up shit."
Good.
And money talks. So Steve Sarkisian, the new head coach there at Texas, he said, "Nope, we're keeping the song." The president who's there, who makes about $800,000 a year, I think he's still an interim president. We'll see how that goes. But he said we're keeping the song. So UT, they're embroiled.
It's a good thing.
You know, it's just
stand up.
I mean, they're so. University of Texas is so racist. It's just so horribly racist by singing "The eyes of Texas are upon you."
No, they're trying to make it racist, and I love that they're like, it's not happening.
Yeah,
No.
well, it's less than 6% student body is African American, but we'll get into that some other time. Y'all hang tight. Be right back. So Andrew Cuomo, that's a shit show.
Wow.
Oh, that guy.
That got thick.
Stu's
quick.
eating this up.
Yeah, me and Stu talked about Cuomo the other day on Stu Does America. We equally dislike the guy. He's a pig. Nancy Pelosi calls the sexual harassment claims against Cuomo credible. I said on the news and Why It Matters that one person accusing him is not going to be enough because they sweep that under the rug. It's going to take more people. Well, over the weekend, there was a 25-year-old aide who came out, and she said that Andrew Cuomo asked her if she'd ever considered being with an older man. So Nancy said to women who have come forward with serious and credible charges against Governor Cuomo deserve to be heard and be treated with dignity. An independent investigation must have due process and respect for everyone involved. Which you remember Andrew Cuomo back during the Kavanaugh hearings, he said, you believe all women must investigate, because we believe all women. So.
Over the weekend, he basically admitted it by saying, yeah, I may have said some things that were taken and I didn't.
Out of context.
He's allowed them to hire an independent investigator to come in and find out. The guy, you know, what it does is it gets your eyes off of the fact that he killed a lot of people in the nursing homes. Pig.
Yeah, that's
anyway,
karma too.
Look, everybody's said things, done things, joked things.
That's what I was
stupid.
gonna
This
say.
is not. That ain't sexual harassment.
All the time.
Sexual harassment is when you're doing things and you're making somebody feel harassed.
Chad, have you ever been with an older gentleman?
Big difference. You ever been in a Turkish prison? You ever seen a grown man naked? Oh, Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. Call me Sheila. Shirley, you must be kidding. I'm not kidding, and don't call me Shirley. It's Sheila Jackson Lee. Go to watchchad.com where all the fun stuff is. We got some big shows, big shows coming up. Be sure to rate us, review us, 5 stars only, and say good things about me particularly on where podcasts are offered. For Candace and Mark and Natalie and Steve and Lisa Page made me do it here in Studio 22. We're going to be with you again tomorrow night. We love y'all. God bless you. We'll talk to you then. Bye.